Separating all the minds from the men, breaking it down from beginning to the end. Got their finger on the pulse of every trend. They see inside leak when they looking through the lens. Come on.
Through the lens, one of our first sit-down interviews. It's only right that we got our producer here, the man behind the camera, Kareem Caines. Yes. The man behind the camera, the man who does all the magic for us. This is with a lot of entertainment stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of people behind the scenes that put so much, and you could elaborate on that. Yeah. Behind the scenes stuff. It's not only about the people on the camera, it's about the people behind the camera that do a lot. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Kareem Caines, Bronx Emcee. So we see Bronx Emcee at the end. I'm the person that putting all the videos together. I work with these guys. I've encouraged them to, to expand the brand. You know what I'm saying? We got the brand. Hopefully this summer we get the, the t-shirts. You know what I mean? I had an idea we should get the varsity jackets. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like put Thruthelenz in the back. Let's say Bronx Emcee.
For the winter and the fall?
Yeah, varsity. And for the ladies, you gotta do something
for the ladies.
Because you know what I'm saying? Once you get the ladies,
that's true.
You know what I mean? But I do a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I edit they send me the videos, I edit them for them. Always try to push their brand forward to the next level. We got a lot of
fresh ideas.
Tell them we got this podcast. Hopefully soon we'll get the website up. So. Yeah. We got a lot of stuff cooking and behind the scenes,
So I don't want to consider you an old head, but you watched basketball from Michael Jordan and the Patrick Ewing days and all that. Mm-hmm. So I just want to start with a question with you. Who was your favorite all-time team?
Oh, of course, the New York Knickerbockers. That's the squad. My New York Knickerbocker fandom, that's a word, right? Mm-hmm. Came from my grandmother. My grandmother was my best friend. She's 95 years old when she passed away, and she was a big Knicks fan, Knicks and Mets fan. So when she used to watch the Knicks religiously, you know what I mean, like religiously. And when they lose, grandma don't feel well.
What's funny? My grandmother, she hated the Yankees. Her favorite team was the Mets too. Yeah, hated the Yankees. Mm-hmm. That's what's crazy about it. She hated them.
So I used to watch it with the games with her. Actually, I was a Mets fan before I became a Yankee fan, but because of their Darryl Strawberry on the team, Darryl Strawberry was my guy. But I realized where I was from, the BX. You know what I'm saying? I got to go with the Yankees. I felt that. But the Knicks were always my squad. I mean, I was there. I remember when Reggie Miller hit the eight points in all those seconds. Yeah. It was a Sunday afternoon. I didn't go to church. I was backsliding. I remember Sunday. I was like, this game is wrapped up. And dude went pop, pop, pop. I was like, what happened? So I remember those games. I remember that game. I remember the game with Spike Lee. With Reggie Miller, and he got him. Reggie Miller went off. I remember when Patrick Ewing did the finger roll and all those games. I remember the '90s Knicks that was my squad. You know what I mean? So I remember 1994 when we went to the finals, game 7, and
I hear a lot of heartbreaking stories about that one.
It was definitely heartbreaking. I mean, it was funny that year the Knicks. It's a certain amount of playoff games you can play, right? Mm-hmm. The Knicks played almost all those playoff games. I think about one game they didn't play. All their series went to
7 to 6.
Yeah, well, the first series was 5 games. Mm-hmm. So I think maybe that series didn't go 5 games, but every other series was 7. So I remember the heartbreak. You know what I mean? And all the time, and it's we're so close. And now 20 years later, not even close at all.
So as a Knicks fan, for all these years, how would you? A lot in the media we see recently Max Kellerman talking about, I'm not a Knicks fan no more. Mm-hmm. James Dolan, the things are not going to change. How do you feel about those people who are giving up on the Knicks?
I think I hope this is right now with RJ Barrett and this group. This is a start. I know patience. We've been preaching patience, but I think now is the time.
25 years ago.
And I think because when Isaiah Thomas came, he tried to do a quick fix, and that didn't work. Mm-hmm. And I think this is the time now. I can't give up on the Knicks. Come on now. no, this is my favorite player of all time, Mr. John Starks.
Did he dunk on like Michael?
Oh yes.
A few of them?
Oh yes.
I think I seen
May 25th. I think it was 1999. I think it's called the dunk. Just going like the dunk. My boy Starks. It was like this on both of them. I saw that game live on TV. I've been to a couple of the games too, but I saw that game live on TV, and yeah, I remember that moment. That was a beautiful moment. Even though we lost, I think we lost that series though, but still, it was a beautiful moment.
So I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm. Well, finish what he was saying. Yeah. He was saying that how I feel about the Knicks now. I mean, I'm still a Knicks fan. It's hard to root for Brooklyn because it's Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Like if there was a New York, you know what I'm saying? They'll just
for the Brooklyn fans out there, no disrespect.
But I'm saying like, yo, I understand from a market perspective, but also at the same time, if there was a New York Nets,
yeah.
Okay, I guess you play in Brooklyn, all right, whatever. New York Nets, I could rep that, but Brooklyn Nets, come on, so I'm from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to swallow.
The Bronx. Like, it's the Bronx.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to swallow. So
you can't be from the Bronx rooting for a Brooklyn team.
Yeah. That's not. I don't feel that. So it's hard to really say that I want to represent that New York team, but I'm still a Knicks fan. I'm hoping this turns around and soon.
So I have a question. So you watched like I said, you watched the 90s, early 2000s, all that. The 2018 Golden State with Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Draymond, Klay Thompson, and guys. Do you really believe that? And I want you to answer this question too, Steve. Do y'all really believe that team could beat the Bulls? The Bulls that went 73-9. I mean 72-10. Sorry.
It's a different league now. Back in the 90s is definitely about more defense. Now it's about more finesse. But that team could definitely have a chance because the simple fact that Steph Curry could shoot from any place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Michael Jordan could adjust his game, but this guy literally could shoot from anywhere on the court. So just because he could do that, he stretches the floor out and bang, bang, anywhere. So they will really have to come up more to play against them. But and the rules changed. Back then, look, that team had Dennis Rodman. You know, we know more more grit.
Like Dennis Rodman, all we want you to do is score. Get 15 rebounds for us tonight. You don't need to score none. Just 15 solid rebounds.
15 rebounds, at least 4 fouls.
Thank you. That's all we want you to do.
Because you gotta remember, the dude was on the Bad Boys, right? Yeah. So he came from that Bad Boy era, and they were beating up Jordan and them. So
that's true.
So the rules are different now. But I think even with the rules being different, the Bulls might have trouble with that with foul trouble, even though they have Jordan, and the Golden State could stretch the floor out. They could shoot from anywhere.
With Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry.
I think for me, if they're playing back in the day, the Bulls, it'll be easy for them. They'll probably go 5, 6. I'll probably go 6, nothing more than 6.
Okay.
But if they're playing now, I still will go to the Bulls, but I'll take them to 7.
I don't know because I feel like Kevin Durant decided factor in this. I feel like Kevin Durant, 7-foot scorer in the 90s, they never seen that. You could tell. They never seen that. I'm pretty sure watching basketball back then, when you're 6'9" and over 6'8" and over, you're in the paint. You don't do anything else, right? So I feel like with Kevin Durant being 7 foot, who are you going to guard him? Yeah, Scottie Pippen was one of the best defenders, and so was Michael Jordan. But it's Kevin Durant. I feel like he's the deciding factor in that.
Yeah, because if you look at the Knicks, how they were built in the 90s, it's all about the center. So look, you have who was the number one. Patrick was a number 1 pick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When Shaq was drafted, he was a number 1 pick. And it was different back then because a lot of these guys are playing college 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing one and done. Even though the high school they didn't have the one and done rule, you come straight from high school, but dudes wanted that just jump into the league. You know, the Hall of Famers, Charles Barkley, all these guys were coming through college ranks, getting their chops, and by the time they came in, they improved. The league, like Shaq, for example. Yeah. I think I did looked at a stat. He improved the Orlando Magic, I think by 20 games. I think it was a significant amount of games.
Oh, wow.
And if you go back and look at it, But now you're not looking at a rookie coming in the league improving your team by 20 games.
Yeah.
You know, but
last rookie probably do that was LeBron James. I think a good point to raise also with that staying on the Bulls and Warriors topic is that who would have an easier time? What stars would have an easier time adapting to the level to style of play that they both had to get accustomed to? Either the less physical style of play now, or the more physical style of play. Would both of y'all can answer this? Would Michael, Scotty, Dennis, Horace, Steve Kerr, would they have an easier time adapting to the less physical style of play, or KD, Steph, Draymond, Clay have an easier time adapting to that physical style?
I think Jordan. I think Golden State. That Golden State team will have a harder time adapting to physical play.
I can agree to that too.
Because I think Scotty, we know Scotty and Jordan and Kerr can score. So with you open the floodgates now, oh, we can score like this now? Boom, boom, boom. They just adapt their game. They'll be in the gym just practicing all the time. Because you also got, I think Ray Allen came out of that in the 90s.
96 class. Right?
Yeah,
he came out with Kobe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that
Went
96
to Milwaukee, right?
Yeah, the 96 class. So if you think about it, like Steve Kerr is a shooter. You know what I mean? He won the chip for he was one of the last guy with the ball in his hand.
Exactly.
It was against Phoenix, I think.
We don't want to talk about that, but that's another topic.
But see, like he knew it was built for them. You know what I mean? For if they had the rules back then, I don't think those Knicks teams would survive, because the Knicks teams didn't have shooters. They had I know his name, number 44. I see his face. Went to North Carolina, but they have a couple of shooters coming off the bench, but they didn't have shooters like that. Like John Starks. You know what I'm saying? Curry, you know, right here, Starks.
Yeah, the Knicks ain't really have scorers.
But he was a streaky shooter, and that's what happened. Like he was in Game 6 in 1994 Finals. He was like shooting. Game 7, nah. He tried to do the same thing. It wasn't working, and we lost the chip.
So I agree with you actually, because I feel like the reason why Michael Jordan coming to the league was, I feel like he was really advanced. His scoring was advanced. Like Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, they was very talented, especially Larry Bird on the offensive side. But Michael Jordan was his game cut. He plays like players. He could do the fancy dribbling. He has the hang time. He has the pull up. He has the bungees. I feel like he has it all. So I feel like they wouldn't have a hard time adapting to it. I feel like they wouldn't at all.
On 2K, because I don't play 2K like that. Like, I'm waiting for my kids to get the video games. But when they play the teams, the old teams against the new teams, is with the new rules, right?
Yeah.
So how do they? I mean, obviously it's video games, so we can never really see.
Yeah.
But
if I'm not mistaken, when somebody posted it, I think the Bulls won. They played with the Bulls team that went 72-10, beat the Golden State team that went 7-9.
Okay.
In 2K, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
So.
I'd like to ask, get your thoughts on the one and done rule.
One and done. It's tough. Some of these, your body, it could be just like that. You could break, bust your knee. Look at Zion. Zion went through a couple of things already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Thank God he's healthy. He's getting healthy now.
Yeah. I pretty much, I would love to see a lot of these athletes stay in school a little longer. But I also understand, that's the opportunity to go get your money, because you just don't know when, that slip and fall, that's it.
Exactly.
So it's tough, because the thing is, the thing is, like I said, going back to Shaq, when Shaq came in the league after 3 years at LSU, major impact. Now everybody's LeBron James coming out.
That's true.
There's only one LeBron. Even Kobe who came off the bench. I think he was 6th man of the year on one.
Yeah.
But it took him 4 seasons before he was at championship level, even with Shaq.
Yeah.
So these guys are coming to the league, but they're not really making impact. They're making this big risk. So it's like with the G League, it's nice. You see guys getting trained up, but I feel like the system needs to improve to get these guys better. I think the NBA is trying to figure that out and get these guys paid at the same time. So
that's true. Yeah, I feel like the one and done rule should stay, because I don't know why the game is getting less physical, but more players are getting injured. I don't know because they're playing so much game. I don't know what it is.
But see, here's the other thing though with the one and done right this year. Like if you look at college sport, somebody was saying there's no superstar in college sport. So right now, like I haven't paid attention to college sports like that. I mean, college basketball, I should say, this season. Like last year, was all paying attention with Zion and RJ and Duke. Nobody's paying attention like that. Like I don't even know who's number one in the country right now. You know, I read someplace that Seton Hall was doing well. I was like, oh, it's Seton Hall.
But they are. They actually, Miles Powell, he should be good for the league right now.
But this draft, looking at this draft class, is very weak because a lot of the players are going overseas and going different places. So I think, you know, I honestly probably should get rid of one and done. And I think what they're trying to do is the elite players bring them to the G League, pay them, or do something like that. I feel like
a lot of players are going overseas because college. Some people get really sick of college, the NCAA.
Mm-hmm.
Some people really get sick of the NCAA. Mm-hmm. So I feel like some players are going overseas because they don't want to deal with that, and another thing, they're making a little money on the side too while playing basketball.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's why.
Yeah. So what I would say to that is that if you have players going overseas, if you have the most coveted players going overseas, and as the NBA, you would love to have those coveted players. Why not, figure out a system to get them into the G League or turn the G League into a more attractive place for those type of players to come in, and then you could just
spend a year or two to go to the NBA. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but you don't want to lose those players. If all those players want to do is get paid, the NBA can find a way for them to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I know now there's this rule in California that where now I think it's in the next few years players could make money not so much off the game but off their likeness.
Yeah.
Which is I mean, everybody's into branding.
Yeah, shit.
So it's like you have to change things up. So I understand. Cause I remember I think it was a kicker for a particular football team. He was kicking footballs and posting videos on YouTube, and because of his original content, he's getting paid. But NCAA coming down on him like, you're an amateur, you're not supposed to be getting paid. But it's a different world that we live in. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo. And then at the end of the day, you're not really giving me a good stipend so I can get money, so I can eat. And you're not making enough money. You can't work. I'm a professional athlete, and not professional, a big-time athlete in college. That's what I'm doing. I want to be working at McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got me going all these different places. So, I don't know. They gotta find something, a new system.
So, I have a question for all three of us to answer. Your all-time starting five lineup to win it all. Your life on the line. You need to make an all-time starting five for you to stay alive. Your all-time starting five.
Oh, Jordan is definitely number one.
So you could go with your future team.
So Jordan,
you got him play point guard?
No, he can play shooting guard.
Okay.
Jordan, LeBron's on that team.
Okay.
Jordan, LeBron, Magic's on that team. I know they're similar players, but I know Magic got the good. So Magic played point. Jordan on the two. Mm-hmm. LeBron small forward.
Mm-hmm.
Shaq.
At the four?
No, Shaq is at center.
Mm-hmm.
At the four, wow, this is a tough one. There's so many names, so many people.
You could go with Tim Duncan, Hakeem Olajuwon. You could go with Karl Malone.
Yo, I'll go with all those nice players, all those good players. But I will go with Kevin Garnett. And this is why I'll go with Kevin Garnett. I'll go with Kevin Garnett because of the energy he'll bring to the table. Like his energy is like in your face. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? When you like, he'll just bring that passion. Even though all those guys have passion, there's a lot of players I could put at that four. But I will go. I know a Mailman. I seen him play. Mm-hmm. I seen who else is up? I seen Chris Webber play. I seen all these dudes. But yo, I'll go with my man KG, power forward. Yeah.
Nah, that's bad.
Steve?
That's bad.
Who's your star five?
That's bad.
Nah.
I'll go with. I know this team's gonna easily beat Yeti.
I got Jordan and LeBron.
I don't even have to. I don't know about easy. He has Jordan and LeBron.
And Magic.
Oh yeah, that's and Shaq.
Son, you're not being that.
I go with. I can use the same players, right?
Yeah. You want?
I got Braun as my 1. I got Jordan as my 2. I got KD as my 3. I got we're gonna stretch it out. So I need a stretch for a proven stretch for.
But don't say something outrageous.
I don't want to say AD though, because he's not.
Who?
AD. He's not really chip proven. I need. Nah, let's go AD because I don't need AD to have the chip because I got people on my team already that's chip worthy.
Has he played in the playoffs yet?
Yeah, he been in playoffs.
Yeah, first round. Yeah, first round exit. And then I'm gonna go with Kareem.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Yes.
I thought about that as well. I thought about him as well, but he played in a way different era.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it, he was at the tail end of his career with Magic and no, he wasn't. He was like kind of in his he's at the tail end.
Bro, you listening to something, so this is mine. I got Chris Paul at my 1. I got Chris Paul. At my 2, I got Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant is a better shooter than Michael Jordan. That's 1.
Kobe got his game from Jordan.
Yeah, but he's a better
But
shooter.
he didn't pass him though.
Yeah, but he's a better shooter. I'm taking Kobe. That's 2. I'm taking Kobe at my 2. At my 3, I'm taking LeBron James.
Okay.
At my 4, I'm taking Kevin Durant. Who is guarding Kevin Durant? And at my 5,
at power 4, you taking Kevin Durant.
Yeah, Kevin Durant. That's what he's been playing at Golden State, and he has been time after time moving to play defense, to score, and not run out of energy. And then at my 5, I'm taking Shaq.
Okay, I agree with that. But yo,
You just told us Chris Paul.
What's wrong with Chris Paul?
Mr. State Farm.
What's wrong with Chris Paul? What's wrong with Chris Paul? The reason why Chris Paul is not considered a top 10, top 15 greatest of all time is because he needs a ring. That's the reason why. Chris Paul,
You realize none of us have anybody under the height of 6'6".
that's fine because everybody else's height makes up for it. It's fine. And guess what?
So
Whoever's guarding Chris Paul is gonna get Chris.
So is Chris Paul better than Jason Kidd?
Huh? Yes, to me, yes. I'm taking Chris Paul, Jason Kidd.
What?
Yes,
Jason Kidd? What?
Chris Paul.
Nah, son.
You think if Jason Kidd was on that OKC team right now, he'd be doing what Chris Paul's doing with that team?
In his
Yeah.
Chris Paul's not his prime. Chris Paul's 34.
But look when he
It's
went.
not prime.
When he went to the Knicks team.
Huh?
The Knicks. When he went to the Knicks that
Yeah,
year.
Carmelo.
But look what he was doing.
Who does Chris Paul have on the level of Carmelo in that year? If you can name me one player who Chris Paul has on the level of Carmelo in that year on this OKC team, which he's doing.
Else on that OKC
The
team.
West is going crazy right now, and Chris Paul, Rockets sent him over there to die.
Oh, they sent him over to die.
Y'all sent James Harden sent him over there to die.
James Harden sent him over there to die?
James Harden don't want Chris Paul anymore, so we're not going to debate that. We've been. They're cool, but we've been doing. They weren't tight. Come on, we knew that. He said more to die. Chris Paul is over there playing with a bunch of rookies, second-year players he's making them better than they are, and he's in the 6th seed in the West. Only like 1 or 2 games behind 5th. It ain't that far. Chris Paul. Then I'm gonna have Kobe Bryant on my 2. Then LeBron. Then Kevin Durant. Then Shaq, bro. Shaq is gonna demolish Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Shaq is gonna eat him alive.
Literally all we have to do, bro, is put anybody in the post against Chris Paul, bro.
Well, let me tell you this.
And if you want to double,
Let me tell you this.
what, you gonna double? Are you gonna double?
First of all, you have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on your team.
No, please don't double. Don't double, because we'll kick it out.
What?
For 3s.
And Chris Paul's always injured. But I'm obviously talking about if everybody's healthy right now. If we're talking about a healthy team, we're gonna win. And
What do you have to
say
say to that, bro?
I'm
gonna throw Chris Paul in the post, and that's
all right. And I just said what? Shaq? You really think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar stands for the Shaq?
Bro, why are you dodging my?
I'm not. I just said that.
This is my review.
Scott.
Chris Paul is gonna get cooked.
Scott.
Chris Paul's defense is magnificent. That's one.
I'm gonna throw him in the post.
All right, then who's gonna guard Kevin Durant?
But he wouldn't survive because the thing about it, he's too skinny. So
Kevin Durant is a killer.
AD's gonna guard him.
AD can stand for Kevin Durant.
yeah, he's that quick.
No, he cannot stand for Kevin Durant.
Can AD guard KD? Can
Huh?
AD guard KD in the post?
Huh?
Can AD guard KD in the post?
He can contain them. We seen him before in the playoffs. How much time they done locked up AD? They ain't locked him up, but how much time they done bothered him? They bothered him. Kevin Durant was defense elevated in a matter of seasons on Golden State. Right or wrong? I'm not just lying. I'm just lying.
You're right.
All right then. We seen him bother big man. We seen it. And imagine having LeBron and Kobe on your team. You think LeBron and Kobe is gonna lose? LeBron and Kobe. Michael Jordan will shoot you out the game before LeBron lets Kobe shoot you out the game. And that's a fact. And on top of that, with Shaq, come on, Shaq, come on.
You think Kobe is telling LeBron? You think LeBron is telling Kobe not to take however many shots he wants to take?
LeBron and Shaq, of course.
I mean, LeBron and Kobe. You think LeBron is telling Kobe?
I included Shaq in there. Kobe and LeBron, bro. You tell me Shaq is gonna listen? We already seen Kobe listen to Shaq countless of times. Countless. I'm not worried about containing Kobe.
Kobe will take however many damn shots he wants to
And
take.
I'm trying to show you that. I don't care if he does. Guess what? He's a way better shooter than Michael Jordan.
So
way better.
Kobe, Chris Paul.
Yes, LeBron, Kevin Durant, and Shaq. Every single one of my players could score 35.
Everybody on all our lists could score 30.
Listen,
No.
Who?
Magic Johnson cannot score 35 with his eyes closed. It's going to be hard for him to score 35.
hard. So did Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, and LeBron play together in the new All-Star system thing yet? Like I know Kevin Durant and
LeBron, nah. Chris Paul didn't. LeBron and Chris Paul and KD didn't.
okay. I know Chris Paul's his man.
No,
so.
LeBron and KD when they played together, that game was magnificent. Come on, Chris Paul was just 34 and he didn't even start in this All-Star game that just passed. And we had him in our start lineup, bro. He was getting buckets at 34. Chris Paul is a genius. He's a genius. So you really trying to sit here and tell me that Jason Kidd would have?
Jason Kidd's a way better point guard than Chris Paul.
But I'm saying, if in the West right now, you're gonna sit here and tell me Jason Kidd would have had OKC in the 6th year right now. Jason Kidd.
It's possible.
No.
It's possible.
That is ridiculous. You believe this? Come on. Jason Kidd. No. Come on.
Not at 34.
Come on. Chris Paul is not playing smooth right now.
But Kidd played till almost 40 though. Right?
Yeah, but I'm trying to say that he wouldn't have.
But when did he win his chip?
When
did he win his chip?
11, yeah, 21.
And how he was what? Like he was late 30s.
He was like 31, 32? That's not. And he had Dirk Nowitzki.
Nah.
He had Sean Marion. Come on, he had Jason Terry. He had a squad.
And he beat who did he beat in the finals again?
Yeah,
His main man, your main man.
Weren't they down 2 games?
It was down 2 games.
Oh,
yeah, that's fine.
Hey,
Let's see I throw.
He thought he was gonna go over there to the Heat. Everything was gonna be sweet.
That's fine. Let's say I throw.
Who cried in the hallway?
Let's
And
say
then who's upset now they're not a Hall of Famer?
that's cool. Listen. Chris Bosh, he's gonna be a Hall of Famer regardless.
Yeah, we know that, but I mean, he's not first ballot right now.
Of course not. Let's say I throw Chris Paul out the mix and throw Steph Curry in. Steph Curry's draining threes from half court. That our floor is
You cannot do that, bro. You cannot supplement.
I'm just saying though. All right. I'm gonna keep Chris Paul. Chris Paul can still score flawlessly.
I'll take Steph Curry better over Chris Paul.
And Chris Paul's defense is magnificent.
Bro.
Magnificent.
Literally, we can throw anybody on our teams in the post.
Okay.
And the game is
So
over.
who you gonna throw to guard him?
Huh?
Who you gonna throw to guard him?
Magic can guard him. It's a wrap. Magic can guard him.
Magic slow ass can guard Chris Paul.
Or you could put, or I could put on Jordan on him.
Yeah, you can put Jordan in. Who the hell's gonna guard Kobe Bean Bryant? Crickets. Who gonna guard Kobe Bean Bryant?
On my team?
Yeah.
I can tell you who's gonna guard
Who?
Jordan.
Jordan? Or who
Yeah.
gonna guard Chris Paul?
Braun.
Braun, and who's gonna guard? Who I said? Kobe, Chris. Who's gonna guard LeBron?
KD.
And who's gonna guard? Who's my 4?
KD.
Yeah.
AD.
And then who's gonna guard my 5?
Kareem.
You really think Kareem guard Shaq?
Nah, I could, bro. I'll let Shaq get his
Shaq
buckets.
is definition of a killer.
I'll let Shaq get his buckets, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna score more than you because I
have way better scores.
No, you don't. You don't have way better scores.
The skyhook from Kareem.
He's an all-time leading scorer, bro. I have the all-time leading scorer on my team.
Yeah, you have an all-time leading scorer who was playing with a bunch of dummies who couldn't even put the ball through their legs. Are you hype? But they couldn't put the ball through their legs.
Magic. Worthy Magic. You're trying right now.
Yeah, you're right.
The bird era, you're trying, bro.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to show you why. First of all, the reason why they won that is because Magic Johnson. Come on, the man scored 40 in a finals game as a rookie.
This dude played the all-time great teams. You gotta understand. He was a kid from UCLA. He was
I
playing on
understand
UCLA. They weren't losing.
But he's not standing in front of Shaq. Shaq is
I will foul Shaq to death, bro. Put him at the line, bro.
First of all,
I'm putting him at the line, bro.
Yeah.
You see me? I think, bro. You just talking about, I
I'm
got
not.
scores on my
I'm
team.
not.
You can't
I
stop me, bro.
It ain't like I'm talking out my ass. We done seen Shaq average 40. You don't think coaches we're gonna foul Shaq, all right? We're gonna foul him. The man still scored 40 and missed 15 free throws and had 40 points. Who does that? And making miss 50 free throws with 40 points. You don't think people try to write that up already?
Bro, I'm sending you to the line every time, bro.
Come on. And you're gonna get fouled out.
No, I'm not gonna get fouled.
Like, come
if
on.
I have reserves, I'm not getting. I
Like,
throw reserves.
Oh, we didn't talk about the reserves.
Yeah, like, come on.
I already know I got a couple, but that's we'll be here all night
Yeah.
discussing this. So
You have another question?
I think that's it. I think we covered a lot of interesting topics for you guys.
We got more great content for y'all. Just want to thank the best producer, Kareem Caines, aka
Bronx Emcee.
Let's go, man.
Knickerbocker for life.
Yup. Thanks, y'all. Thruthelenz.
All right.
Separating all the minds from the men, breaking it down from beginning to the end. Got their finger on the pulse of every trend. They see inside league when they looking through the lens.